Welcome to the story of a Mongol leader whose legacy defied the norms of his time. Berke Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan and a formidable ruler of the Golden Horde. Born into the vast, nomadic empire of the Mongols, Berke Khan was a skilled military commander and a shrewd leader who rose to power after the death of his brother, Batu Khan. As the ruler of the Golden Horde, he not only consolidated the blue and white hordes, but also made history as the first Mongol Khan to embrace Islam. Berke's conversion was more than a personal transformation. It was a political statement that shaped the future of the Mongol Empire. He clashed with his cousin Hulegu Khan, the leader of the Mongol Ilkhanate in Persia, who had recently sacked Baghdad, one of the greatest centers of Islamic culture. In a bold move, Berke allied with the Egyptian Mamluks, standing against his own kin in defense of the Muslim world. While civil wars raged within the empire, with factions supporting either Kublai Khan or Arik Bokai, Berke's focus remained on his own conflicts against Hulegu. Join us as we delve into the life of Berke Khan, a Mongol leader who broke away from his empire's traditions to forge his own path, a path that not only reshaped his own destiny but also left an indelible mark on the history of the Mongol Empire. Berke Khan was born around 1208 into the illustrious Borjigin clan of the Mongol Empire, a family line that traces directly back to Genghis Khan. He was the son of Jochi, the eldest son of Genghis Khan, and a Kipchak woman, making Berke one of the many grandsons of the great Mongol conqueror. Though the exact location of his birth is not definitively recorded, it is believed that he was born somewhere within the vast territories controlled by his father, which stretched across the steppes of Central Asia. His name, Berke, means strong or firm in the Mongolian language, reflecting the expectations and hopes placed upon him as a member of the powerful Mongol ruling family. Growing up in the shadow of his legendary grandfather, Berke was immersed in the traditions of the Mongol Empire from an early age, learning the arts of horsemanship, archery, and military strategy that defined the Mongol way of life. His early life was marked by the turbulence and rapid expansion of the Mongol conquests, witnessing firsthand the rise of the empire that his grandfather had forged. As a child, Berke was likely trained alongside his brothers in the martial and leadership skills necessary for a Mongol prince, preparing him for his future role in the empire. He grew up amid a complex web of alliances and rivalries within the Mongol aristocracy, which would later shape his actions as a leader. Despite his privileged position, Berke's early years were not solely defined by wealth and power, but also by the challenges and expectations of maintaining the Mongol legacy in a rapidly changing world. As Berke Khan grew older, he was not just a mere observer of the Mongol conquests, but an active participant in the empire's military campaigns. In 1229, after the death of Genghis Khan, Berke, alongside several of his brothers, were present at the inauguration of his uncle, Ogedei, as Great Khan. This event was crucial, as it marked a new chapter in Mongol leadership and solidified Berke's position within the elite circles of the Mongol hierarchy. By 1236, Berke joined a massive Mongol army led by his brother, Batu Khan, and the famous general Subutai. This force, with around 150,000 soldiers, set out on a huge campaign that began in Siberia and moved into the territories of the Volga Bulgars and the Kipchaks, who were Muslim groups living around modern-day Russia and Kazakhstan. Berke played a key role by leading the conquest of the Kipchaks north of the Caucasus Mountains, showing his military skills early on. The campaign was swift and fierce. In 1237, Berke's forces destroyed the Russian principalities of Ryazan and Suzdal and continued their push into Russia. During the harsh winter of 1238-39, Berke defeated the Kipchaks and captured the chief of the Merkits, a neighboring tribe. He then moved west of the Caspian Sea, taking control of the steppes around the Kuma and Terek rivers, which are now in southern Russia. His military achievements extended into Europe as well. Berke fought in the Battle of Mohi, where the Mongols crushed the Hungarian army, securing one of their most important victories in Europe. After the death of Ogedei Khan in 1241, the Mongol Empire entered a period of uncertainty and power struggle over who would be the next great Khan. Berke, his brothers, and other Mongol princes joined Batu Khan at a Kurultai. a grand assembly of Mongol nobles to decide the succession. This was more than just a political gathering. It was a crucial moment that would determine the future leadership of the empire. Initially, the election was marred by divisions among the Mongol princes, with different factions supporting various candidates. Batu, who had emerged as a powerful leader of the western Mongol territories, played a significant role in influencing the decision. However, Batu declined the position himself, instead supporting his cousin Gyuk, the son of Ogedei, who eventually became the next great Khan in 1246 after several years of disputes. Gyuk's ascension, however, was fraught with tensions, especially with Batu, leading to further conflicts within the empire. Gyuk's rule was short-lived, as he died in 1248 under mysterious circumstances, reopening the struggle for power. It wasn't until 1251 that Berke Khan, a grandson of Genghis Khan through his son Tolui, was elected Great Khan. Berke's election was a turning point, as it represented the growing influence of the Toluid line, and it paved the way for his brothers Kublai and Hulegu to lead significant campaigns that expanded the empire further. This complex succession saga underscored the critical roles played by leaders like Berke and Batu in navigating the empire through its turbulent political landscape, ultimately shaping the direction of Mongol leadership. Berke Khan converted to Islam in 1252 in the city of Bukhara, which is in present-day Uzbekistan. His journey to Islam began when he was at Sarai-Juk, a city along the Volga River. There, Berke met a caravan from Bukhara and was curious about their beliefs, questioned them about their faith, and was deeply impressed by their devotion and the teachings of Islam. This encounter had a profound impact on Berke, leading him to embrace Islam himself. Not only did he convert, but he also convinced his brother Tukh Timur to become a Muslim. Berke Khan's conversion to Islam marked a significant shift in the Mongol Empire, as he became one of the first Mongol leaders to embrace the faith, setting a precedent that would influence future generations. His actions not only reinforced his personal beliefs, but also began the integration of Islam into the leadership of the Mongol Empire. After the death of Batu Khan in 1255, who was Berke Khan's older brother and the leader of the Golden Horde, the western division of the Mongol Empire, there was a brief period of succession by Batu's sons, Sartak Khan and Ulakchi. However, their rule was short-lived, and in 1257, Berke Khan took over as the leader of the Golden Horde. Berke proved to be a capable and strategic ruler, successfully stabilizing and consolidating his control over the Golden Horde. He faced challenges but managed to suppress the rebellion of Daniel of Galicia, demonstrating his firm grip on power. Under his leadership, the Mongols launched another attack on Poland and Lithuania in 1259, led by the skilled general Burundai. This campaign saw Mongol forces plunder cities like Lublin, Zawichost, Sandomierz, Krakow, and Bytom, leaving a significant impact on the region. Berke's military efforts didn't stop there. In 1265, his forces also conducted a raid against Bulgaria and Byzantine Thrace, pushing the influence of the Golden Horde even further. The Byzantine Empire, led by Emperor Michael, recognized Berke's strength and sent valuable fabrics as tribute to avoid further conflict. Berke's leadership marked a period of expansion and consolidation for the Golden Horde, securing its place as a dominant power in the region. Around 1258, the Muslim world was left in shock and devastation as the Mongol forces led by Hulegu Khan laid siege to Baghdad, the heart of the Islamic Caliphate. This wasn't just a military conquest, it was a brutal destruction of a city that had been a center of learning, culture, and religion for centuries. The Caliph al-Mustasim was killed and thousands of innocents were slaughtered, marking one of the darkest days in Islamic history. Among those who were deeply affected by this tragedy was Berke Khan, who had become a devout Muslim. His conversion to Islam had already influenced his policies and his people, making the Blue Horde predominantly Muslim. Berke was furious with Hulegu's actions and the devastation of Baghdad. He is quoted as saying, "He has sacked all the cities of the Muslims and has brought about the death of the Caliph. With the help of Allah, I will call him to account for so much innocent blood." Even before this incident, Berke was not satisfied by the Mongol policies against the Muslims. Before his succession, he also complained to his brother Batu, saying, "We helped Mongol to enthrone, but he forgot who the enemy is or friend is. Now he is starving the lands of our friend Caliph. It is abject." The Mongol Empire, once united under Genghis Khan, was fracturing, and Berke's conflict with Hulegu was the first open clash between Mongol factions. Berke allied himself with the Mamluks of Egypt, forming a pact against Hulegu. In 1262, the rivalry erupted into full-scale war. Berke's forces, led by his nephew Nogai, clashed with Hulegu's army north of the Caucasus at the Terek River. Berke's troops emerged victorious, delivering a severe blow to Hulegu's ambitions. This conflict signaled the end of a unified Mongol empire, as the once brotherly ties between Berke and Hulegu turned into open hostility. The battle wasn't just about territory, it was about faith, vengeance, and the protection of Muslim lands from further desecration. In the end, Berke kept his promise to avenge the wrongs done to the Muslim world, showing that even amidst the chaos of the Mongol conquests, the will to stand against injustice remained strong. Berke Khan's resistance against Hulegu Khan was pivotal in safeguarding the Muslim world from further destruction. By standing up to Hulegu, Berke not only avenged the fall of Baghdad, but also prevented the Mongol Empire's unchecked expansion into key Islamic regions. His alliance with the Mamluks of Egypt was instrumental in holding back Hulegu's forces, preserving crucial territories like Syria and Egypt from Mongol control. Berke's victory at the Terek River was more than a military triumph. It was a significant defense of Islamic civilization during a vulnerable time. His efforts helped protect the cultural and religious heritage of the Muslim world, ensuring that Islamic institutions and communities could survive and eventually rebuild. Berke Khan's actions demonstrated that determined leadership and unity could effectively counter even the most formidable of threats, offering a beacon of hope and resilience during one of the most challenging periods in Islamic history. Berke Khan's life came to an end between 1266 and 1267 as he sought to cross the Kura River to engage Hulegu Khan's son, Berke Khan. His death marked the conclusion of his intense campaign against the Ilkhanate and his efforts to protect the Muslim world from Mongol expansion. Berke's grandnephew, Mengu Timur, succeeded him as the leader of the Blue Horde. Under Mengu Timur's leadership, policy of alliance with the Mamluks and containment of the Ilkhanate continued, reflecting Berke's strategic vision. However, by the 1270s, peace treaty was signed between the factions, and Mengu Timur allowed Mengu Timur to collect taxes from certain workshops within his khanate, indicating a shift towards diplomacy and economic cooperation. In conclusion, Berke Khan's efforts were pivotal in defending the Muslim world during a turbulent era. His courageous resistance against Hulegu Khan and strategic alliances played a significant role in preserving Islamic territories and culture. Although his death marked the end of an era of fierce conflict, his legacy endured through the continued policy of containment and eventual diplomatic engagement. Berke Khan's actions underscore the impact that determined leadership and strategic alliances can have in shaping the course of history.